and I'll record it and I will upload it as well. So that way you guys can obviously check out the full thing. So Janet Crump, Creator Network, Bulletin Board roasts Alexandria Cortez after her Green New Deal got 0 Senate votes. The Job Creator Network, one of the country's largest pro-job grassroots organizations, scorched Democratic Representative Alexandria Cortez, I'm getting that name wrong, with a massive New York bulletin board after the Senate voted down the Green New Deal 0 to 57. Okay, cool, no worries. The first bulletin board humorously says, "We're back," highlighting the enduring presence of the JCN ads in Times Square. The second calls attention to the massive cost associated with the Green New Raw Deal, saying, "Hey OC, got the Green Raw Deal blues after the Senate vote. Maybe no one liked the $93 trillion price tag," the Job Creator Network said in a press release. Not a single Senate voted for the Green Real Deal, maybe because it's $93 trillion price tag, said Alfred Altes, I'm getting that name wrong, JCN President and CEO. Nearly every Senate Democrat voted presence because they know it's a disaster and they're afraid of their base. Thankfully, most Americans support capitalism, reject socialism, and have no interest in becoming the next Venezuela. The organization has relentlessly mocked the freshman representative over her $93 trillion Green New Deal plan. Last month, Job Creators Network dropped a bulletin board in the middle of Times Square aimed at AOC support for Amazon's decision to not move its headquarters to the New York City. The Amazon pullout is a perfect example of what we've been saying: socialism takes, capitalism creates, said Alfred Altes, JCN President and CEO. The economic consequences of Amazon's pullout is just a small taste of the harm that is to come if AOC's anti-business canon comes to fruition. It's made federal policy. Weeks later, JCN erected 2 more bulletin boards slamming AOC's disastrous $93 trillion new Green Deal. So, look, at the end of the day, obviously, regarding this. I think it's still playing up. Let me know. Look, obviously, I find it funny. Obviously, I think it's hilarious that she gets trolled. Yeah, I kind of like it, actually. High-level trolling. Good on them for doing it. Obviously, look, they're kind of hoping that they're going to get the attention that they're getting right now. Alright, okay. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'll try and get through the stream, and I'll try and work my way through it, but I will upload the full video without editing or anything, because I am recording it on my end. So it will be recorded or uploaded as a full video, and you guys can check that out with the stream. I don't know. Look, my internet's getting done in a month or so. It's like 2 months. I got 8 weeks, or less than 8 weeks, 7 weeks now, and it's going to be hopefully done. So yeah, I checked out what it would cost to go through and get a separate internet source. It'd be about $70 or $100, not including the modem and everything, just to do it. And there's no guarantee that that's actually going to provide better internet. Yeah, like, it could actually be worse. It'd be running off mobile, and I can tell you now, my mobile actually has around the same sort of data usage or data upload as my home internet. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do, guys. I really don't. But anyway, let's keep going, because this is not going to be a stream about me whinging about my internet. But while we're doing that, I might do a speed test on my mobile just to see if I can make a difference. Because supposedly I have 4G on it. But anyway. Look, obviously this high-level trolling, I like it. I like the high-level trolling. Obviously it's great. And at the end of the day, yeah, I think it's fun. I think it's fine. I wouldn't care. Hey, Trip, how are you back? Yeah, I wouldn't care if it was a anti-Trump campaign or anything. As long as it's creative, as long as it's funny, then I really don't have a problem with this high-level trolling. So yeah, at the end of the day, I think it's kind of funny. Yeah. But anyway, apart from that, obviously, let us know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Facebook. Facebook bans white nationalism from platform after pressure from civil rights groups. Oh, really? What civil rights groups are we talking about here? The Facebook is banning white nationalism and white supremacy from its social network for following criticism that it had not done enough to eliminate hate speech on its platform. The social media giant said in a blog post Wednesday that conversations with academics and civil rights groups convinced the company to expand its policies around hate groups. And by the way, they're going to pick the ones that they think are hate groups, which is basically everybody that's left of Stalin. So yeah, work that one out. Yeah. Today we're announcing a ban. We're announcing a ban on praise, support, and representation of white nationalism and separatism on Facebook. That is interesting in itself. And Facebook and Instagram, which will start enforcing next week, the company wrote in a post. It's clear these concepts are deeply linked to the organised hate groups and have no place on our service. I don't know what separatism is, I could guess, but let's have a look. Scrutiny of Facebook reached new heights in the past 2 weeks after the government in Christchurch, New Zealand, used Facebook to live stream his attack on 2 mosques that killed 50 people. So separatism is a common definition of separatism is the advocacy of state of culture, ethics, tribal religion, racial government, or gender separation from a large group. So for example, the white ethno-state. That would be then obviously going through and, yeah, advocating for that. Or advocating for keeping your country white might actually also be, you start talking about white genocide or whatever it may be. That could also probably get you banned off Facebook. So, you know, no pressure at all. Under Facebook's change, people who search for the term associated with white supremacy will instead see a link to the page of Life After Hate, a non-profit that helps people leave hate groups, the company said. The change was first reported earlier Wednesday by Vice Media's tech publishing Motherboard, which had previously found that Facebook's policies banned white supremacy but allowed white nationalism and white separatism. The social network, which counts more than 2 billion users, had faced growing criticism over its decision about what kind of speech to take down and what to leave up, and maintaining its sprawling book of rules that employees use to decide what to censor. Yeah, I'm pre-recording it, guys, so I'll upload it separate. Yeah, so if you want to tune into that later, I fully understand. Going forward, while people will still be able to demonstrate pride in their ethnic heritage, we will not tolerate praise or support for white nationalism and separatism. Explain the difference to me. Really, I would love to see that. Facebook said in a post. Like, at the end of the day, if you're expressing pride in your race, isn't that also very close to being separatism? Like, it's a very fine line there. You know, what makes the difference? But anyway. Facebook had previously taken action in the wake of the race-based violence, removing links to white supremacy websites and taking down pages used to organise the Unite the Right rally in 2017. Yeah, when that disability kid was attacked by black people over in, was it New York or Chicago? That disability kid that was kidnapped, that white disability kid, no one gave 2 shits. Interesting, isn't it? Colour of Change, an advocacy group that has called on technological companies to do more to fight racial hatred, called Facebook's decision a critical step forward. Facebook update should move Twitter, YouTube, and Amazon to act urgently to stem the growth of white nationalism ideologies, which finds space on platforms to spread the violent ideas and rhetoric that inspires the tragic attacks witnessed in Charlottesville, Pittsburgh, and now Christchurch. Rasha Robinson, president of Colour of Change, said in a statement. A Twitter representative Wednesday declined to say whether the company was considering adopting a similar change. Amazon YouTube did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Twitter did not explicitly ban white nationalism, though its rules tell users that many affiliations with organizations that use or promote violence against civilians. Its rules also prohibit the use of hateful images or symbols in profile images, and Twitter says it enforces those policies vigorously and regardless of ideology. Sure, right, okay, tell us the next lot of crap, Twitter. You biased hacks. Facebook has moved in recent years to expand its policy and take action against hate speech and misinformation, and the company has begun to enlist outside perspectives in its decision making. On Tuesday, Amir Rochabol, Facebook Vice President of Product Partnership, revealed some details about new oversight board the company is forming to provide guidance on its most challenging and continuous content and holding us publicly accountable if we don't get them right. The board is currently envisioned and will consist of about 40 global experts with experience in content privacy, free expression, human rights, journalism, and safety, Archibald wrote in a blog post. And they'll all be left-wing. And there won't be anybody representing the right here. We need to supplement the members' experience through consultation with geographical and cultural experiences to help ensure decisions are fully informed. So in other words, we're going to get a whole bunch of minorities to go through and tell us what we can and can't put on our post. Look, at the end of the day, guys, obviously this is bad news for everybody. This is bad news for freedom of speech. Another reason why Facebook is dying? Anybody? Yeah, look, at the end of the day, people obviously don't want this. People don't want censorship. Well, most don't anyway. So at the end of the day, this is just going to force more people to go to other platforms. And at the end of the day, that's all it's going to be. Is people leaving this to find some other platform like Gab or whatever it may be. So I suppose burn your platform down to the ground? I don't know. It's funny how all these platforms were originally based on freedom of speech, and now they grew to these exorbitant amounts of exorbitant numbers of people, and then at the end of the day, they now suddenly start bringing in censorship. And now obviously the platforms are starting to die off. It's weird how that works. Freedom of speech, everybody came. Start putting in censorship, people start leaving. It's like they're directly linked. But anyway. Brexit. Theresa May vows to stand down if deal is passed. So in other words, screw over your country and you can get rid of me. Is basically what she's saying. Don't know how I feel about that. Really don't know how I feel about that. On the one hand, you can get rid of Theresa May. On the second hand, you get to screw over your country. Ugh. What's worse? I have no idea. Look, at the end of the day, obviously bringing through her new deal would screw over Britain. It's not really an exit strategy. It's an exit in name only from what I've seen. And from what people have been saying about it. So at the end of the day, yeah, look, I would say that this is a bad idea. I would say, look, she's going to go anyway. She knows that. And obviously, look, I find it funny that now she wants to screw over Britain and now she's willing to leave. Yeah, well, where do you want to leave to? You know, somewhere where it's not Britain, let me guess. Right after you screw the country, right? She told a bunch of Tories, I'm preparing to leave this job earlier than I intended in order to do what's right for our country and our party. The PM said she knew that Tory PMs did not want her to lead the next phase of Brexit negotiations, and I won't stand in the way of that. But the DUP said it had not changed its position and would still vote against the deal. BBC Laura Caspran, I might be mispronouncing, said the DUP's refusal to back the deal at this stage was a huge blow for Number 10. Many conservative Brexiteers, including chairman of the European research group Jacob Rees-Mogg, had been waiting to see if the DUP's 10 MPs would back the deal before deciding whether to go behind it. Their decision makes it even more difficult for the deal to pass. In a statement released after the PM announcement after her stand down, DUP leader Ali Foster said the necessary changes she wanted to see the backstop clause in the withdrawal agreement had still not been secured. She told the BBC that the backstop threatened the integrity of the United Kingdom and her party would never sign something that would damage the union. A lot of people have been saying about this backstop, so yeah. A lot of people are concerned about that, to be honest. Could be that. There. Justice Secretary David Clark said he hoped Parliament would rally behind the PM's deal and thinks that it's a mood in the direction. That there is a mood in that direction. But ERG Deputy Chairman said Steve Baker said the after May's statement that was consumed with ferocious rage after that promise. Speaking at ERG meeting, Mr. Baker attacked those in the party who, addicted to power without responsibility, had led them to confront MPs with choices between the MP's deal and no Brexit, and that may yet resign the whip. Be part of this, sources said. Yeah, to be honest, look, at the end of the day, I think she's going to resign anyway. I think she's going to go anyway. So I would say, look, don't vote for it. Just let her write it out. And look, she's going to leave anyway. So maybe we can put through a better deal once she's gone. Maybe. Yeah. But anyway, Theresa May did not name the departure date and packed meeting of the 1922 Committee of Backbenchers Conservative MPs. But if the deal is passed, she would resign as party leader after the 22nd of May, the new Brexit date, but stay on as PM until the new leader is elected. Downing Street said it would be a different ball game, but if the deal was not passed by Parliament, it comes as PM seized control of the Commons agenda to hold a series of votes on affirmatives after the deal. None of the 8 options won outright support. I would say hold it out. I would say write it out and yeah, let her keep going, and she's going to leave anyway, right? She's going to leave after this deal fails. So write it out and hope to pray that at the end of the day, yeah, she leaves anyway. I don't know. That would be my suggestion. But yeah. Jussie Smollett, lawyer, we're weighing our options on suing Chicago police because nothing's going to cause your court case leaks more than that. But anyway, do it. I want to see these court cases. Appearing on Wednesday on ABC's Good Morning America, Jussie Smollett attorney Tina Gallandale, I might be mispronouncing, told anchor George Stephanopoulos that Empire Star is mulling a lawsuit against the Chicago Police Department over their handling of his alleged hate hoax. Do it. I want to see these court documents, and I'll tell you now, you start suing the Chicago Police Department, and you are going to have more leaks on this case than you can possibly poke at. But anyway. Now, obviously, at the end of the day, I thought I had more information on Jussie Smollett. No. There is something else I've found too. There has been already a leak in regards to Jussie Smollett. Let me find... So, apparently the FBI is actually looking into it, which is obviously something we can talk about very, very quickly. If I can find that argument, the article, sorry. No, I can't find that article. Um, yeah, apparently the FBI is investigating it. So that is interesting. Also, there was a leak earlier about some of the documents that were leaked from the Chicago Police Department. It was throughout. I'll put a link in the description below. There wasn't a lot of information in it. It was only a little bit. But yeah, it was definitely interesting. But I'll put a link in the description below. I thought I retweeted it, actually. No, I haven't. No. Still might be on my phone screen. So I'll put a link to that, guys, in the description below. CNN poll. Majority say Trump not exonerated of collusion after Barr's summary. It's not... Okay, I won't see your sample pool. But anyway. Obviously, keep in mind this is CNN reporting on a CNN poll. So, you know, fake news reporting on fake news. But anyway. Though President Trump has claimed complete and total exoneration, which most people actually have told me that it does, based on Attorney General Barr's summary of the Special Counsel Mueller's report on Russian interference in 2016, the American public disagree, according to a CNN poll conducted by SSRS. They claim that 56% say the president and his campaign have not been exonerated of collusion, but what they heard or read about the report shows collusion could not be proven. 43% that Trump and his team have been exonerated of collusion. Now, obviously, if you go to the SSR, it's a full service survey. They do a lot of CNN polls. And I'm pretty sure that when they went through... let me see... I'd have to check out this survey. Can't seem to see it. 7 out of 10 say economy in good shape. Support for impeachment falls among Democrats. That's interesting after the Mueller investigation. But yeah. But anyway, like I say, it's CNN doing a poll, and yeah, I'm pretty sure they would have gone through and asked Californians or something along those lines. So, yeah. Full poll results here. This might tell us, actually. Republicans and Democrats are opposed on opposite sides of the question. 77% of Republicans say the president has been exonerated. 80% of Democrats say he is not. Independents break the exoneration. Exoneration? I'm getting that wrong. 58% say the president and his campaign were not exonerated, according to this poll. Here it is here. So on the 25th of March to the 26th of March, which is literally what? Monday and Tuesday. Sunday, Monday. So hasn't even really gone into the news yet, but anyway. Here's the poll here. Already planned to vote for Donald Trump regardless of the investigation, 19%. Currently undecided about 2020, 7%. Currently undecided about 2020 and the investigation's findings make no difference, 17%. Already planned to vote against Donald Trump is 50%. So like I say, the market share in this, or the people they asked, is obviously anti-Trump. 50% have claimed they were not planning on voting for him anyway. So what does that tell you about the sample pool? Margins of sample. It has a fairly high margin of sample. So yeah, I would not take any stock. I would not take any stock in this poll whatsoever. We're talking about it mostly because it's fake news. But yeah. It doesn't say where the sample was collected from or how many people were in it, which is obviously not good either. 701 adults. Yeah, fairly small sample pool. So yeah, at the end of the day, I would say yeah. Conducted in English, 30% were described as Democrats, 26% as Republicans, 24% described themselves as independents or members of another party. So it's fairly skewed against the Republicans for a start. Even just compared to Democrats, 26% to 32%. So I presume that this was done in some place like California. So, like I say, I would not take any stock in this at all. Ramsey has likely voters favouring Trump at 49%. Yeah. Yeah, he's hovering around 50% for the approval rating. So, like I say, we're mostly talking about this because it's fake news. Because it's CNN reporting on CNN, basically. Which I find extremely funny. But, you know, yeah. Executive Dennett Nunes sends criminal reference to DOJ over Spygate. Time to go on offensive. House Intelligence Committee ranking member Devin Nunes, Republican for California, is planning to send a criminal referral next week to the Justice Department that will detail multiple referrals on a number of different crimes, including leaks information as a part of his investigation into misconduct at the Justice Department and the FBI. As of now, it's the one criminal referral, but multiple referrals on a number of different crimes. He told Breitbart News on Wednesday in an exclusive interview, "We will have some leakers in there for sure." So, I don't like him going after leakers, even if they do leak information against Trump. I sort of support WikiLeaks on all that sort of stuff, but obviously if there's been some sort of investigation, fraud or something going on, then that obviously needs to be taken care of. Ron Paul needed to determine if Barack Obama and Loretta Lynch were in on spying on Donald Trump campaign. Senator Ron Paul, for a Republican for KY. What's KY? Kentucky? Connecticut? I forget what KY is now. If you want to know, former President Barack Obama and former Attorney General Loretta Lynch were in on the decisions to spy on President Trump's campaign and lend credence to the pony dossier paid by Hillary Clinton's campaign and gave way to become the investigation by Special Counsel Robert Mueller. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, me too. I would say they've done the They've done the poll in California, probably, judging by those results. So yeah, I kind of support them going through and finding out if Barack Obama, Loretta Lynch, and whatnot were in on spying on Trump, because that in itself is very disconcerting. So yeah, I'd want to know. I definitely would want to know. New Zealand media has lost its mind. They're saying that there are fears of attack from skinheads. Oh my god. Really? What the... Are you trolling me, man? Hang on, let me look this up. New Zealand media skinhead. Growing up with skinheads. Christchurch terror attack brought white supremacists and national attention. And there's been, oh my god, they literally are going on about it. What the hell? This is really kind of... Oh boy. We'll talk about that too if you like. Kentucky. Yeah, I thought it was Kentucky. Alright, MSNBC's Rachel Maddow loses 500,000 viewers after implosion of collusion conspiracy. MSNBC host Rachel Maddow lost 500,000 viewers, or I think it was around 20%, of just 1 week after Special Counsel Robert Mueller's report indicated that he did not find evidence to support the collusion between Trump campaign and Russia. Maddow has been one of the most prominent voices on the collusion conspiracy, spreading most of her program over the past 2 years on allegations that President Donald Trump coordinated with Russian government to win the 2016 presidential election. Maddow struggled to hold back tears as she delivered her opening monologue on Friday, clearly stunned that Mueller did not bring any indictments against the president or his family. Yeah, I know, McGruff. It's not just you, man. Over here too. We actually talked about this earlier. You might have missed it. Apparently now, Facebook and Instagram are banning people that have white national ideologies that sympathize with white nationalism or encourage white nationalism. So, yeah. New round of censorship. Thank you very much to this frigging alt-right dickwad that shut up the fucking mosque, because it's worked so well. It's helped the cause so much. But anyway. And when I mean cause, I'm just going to clarify that. I'm not talking about white nationalism. I'm talking about the anti-immigration cause. So just before anybody goes taking that out of context. Alright. Muslim state representative calls GOP lawmakers in House Christian prayers Islamophobic and demands censors. Kentucky. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Kentucky, isn't it? I'm saying it right, Kentucky? Yeah. Democrats in Pennsylvania General Assembly are attacking a Christian GOP lawmaker who prayed to Jesus before swearing in on the following... Start again. Democrats in Pennsylvania General Assembly are attacking a Christian GOP lawmaker who prayed to Jesus before the swearing in of a fellow Muslim state representative as blatantly Islamophobic? So, what? You can have your prayer, but we can't have ours, so to speak? Is that the idea now? On Monday, a member of the Pennsylvania House offered a prayer before the swearing in of the chamber's first Muslim woman, Mudavada Johnson Herridge. I'm getting that name wrong. Republican State Representative Stephen Bovrich, I'm getting that name wrong also, praised Jesus about the dozen times during the prayer and thanked God that President Trump stands beside Israel. This triggered the Muslim lawmaker and other Democrats in attendance. It's also sexually lubricated. That's in my reference, yeah. That's in my relation to yesterday's video. Look, at the end of the day, obviously, I get what they're saying with this representative for the Republicans who praised Jesus during the swearing in of the Islamic leader. I don't know if it's Islamophobic. Like, Jesus Christ. But anyway, everything's racist, everything's Islamophobic, everything is sexist. Needs to call it out. I don't know. Anyway, kind of funny actually when you think about it. But anyway. You are Us director Jordan Peele. I don't want white dudes as the lead in any movies. In my movies, sorry. Isn't this racist? Isn't this something that would get you banned off Twitter if you said the same thing about black people in your movies? Get Out director Jordan Peele said that he doesn't see himself casting any white men as lead actors in his film during the panel appearance Monday at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theatre in Los Angeles. Thank you very much for letting us know, because now I won't be seeing any of your movies either. I get to cast black people in my movies. I feel fortunate to be in this position where I can say to the Universal, I want to make a $20 million horror movie with a black family, and they say yes, Jordan said, according to the Hollywood Reporter. Peele continued saying that he doesn't want a cast of a white dude to lead one of his films, prompting the audience to applaud. It's like seals in a fucking circus, and seals in a fucking fish tank. I don't see myself casting a white dude as the lead in my movies. Not that I don't like white dudes, he said, nodding over to his moderate pal Roberts. But I've seen that movie. I drew the line, loud applause and shouts of agreements. It's really one of those best, greatest pieces of story is feeling like we are in time. A renaissance has helped and proved the myths about representative in the industry are false. If you can go through and say to Universal Movies or whoever it may be, I want to make a $20 million horror film and only have black people, are you still able to be claiming that you're repressed? If you can turn around and say, at the end of the day, I want black people only, how do you then go about claiming repression? Because to me that doesn't sort of make any sense. But anyway. His mother is white. Is she really? Is his mother's white? Does he come from a white mum? White mother. His mother's name is doesn't really say, actually. That's interesting, isn't it? Doesn't really say. Anyway. Anti-Trump rapper Cardi B says she had limited options. Yeah, I know. Yeah, know that feeling. Trip. Cardi B says that she had limited options after video shows her saying she drugged and robbed men. Interesting. Grammy Award-winning rapper Cardi B is taking a ton of heat after video resurfaced online showing the New York croonie detailing how she drugged and robbed men for money. I had to go stripping. I had to go, oh yeah, you want to F me now? Oh yeah, let's go back to this hotel. And I drugged N-word up and robbed them. That's what I used to do. The Buck Yellow rapper is seen on the video saying. Cardi B posted a statement on Tuesday on Instagram in an attempt to explain herself, saying she had very limited options and needed to do anything to survive. So I'm seeing this on social media. The Instagram live I did 3 years ago has popped back up, and a live where I talk about things I had to do in my past, right or wrong, that I feel I needed to do to make it living. The rapper said on Tuesday, I never claimed to be perfect or come from a perfect world, a perfect past. I was speak the truth and always I own shit. Cardi B is facing backlash from an Instagram where some social media users slamming the rapper for her admission, with the hashtag surviving Cardi B, which is in reference to the embedded singer R.B. Kelly and documentary Surviving R. Kelly about his alleged sex abuse. Cardi B says the men that she spoke about in the video were ones she dated and that they were conscious, willing, and aware. How are they willing, aware, and conscious if you're drugging them up? She should get a Grammy for surviving. Oh, OSTT. Oh, that's good. I like that one. I like that one, PSI. The controversial rapper didn't shy away from headlines, making a comment often. In January, Cardi B demanded conservatives admit that President Trump is effing this country up, before that Cardi B claimed that all Trump voters are racist and even threatened to punch President Trump in the face. You make the white guy be the monster in the movie. Should get a Grammy for saving them from the STDs. Yeah, I suspect that'll be doing it too. All the white guys in these movies are going to be the bad guys. Yeah. Avengers star Chris Evans, I'm willing to alienate half of my audience to trash Trump. Okay, done. Yeah, Chris Evans, star of the upcoming film Avengers Endgame, says that he would be disappointed in himself if he didn't speak out against the dumb shit President Trump, even if it means alienating half of his audience. You don't want to alienate half of your audience, Chris told The Hollywood Reporter, but I'd be disappointed in myself if I didn't speak up, essentially for fear of some monetary repercussions or career damage. That just feels gross to me. The 37-year-old also admitted that he would have a harder time being friends with someone who was a Trump supporter, specifically in reference to New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady. I really hope he's not a Trump supporter, he said. I'm just hoping he's one of those guys that maybe supported him and now regrets it. Maybe he thought he was going to be different, even though that bothers me, but maybe there's a chance. This just sounds like Trump derangement syndrome. It really, really does. Trump is an absolute dumb shit, which he is, apparently according to you. Coming out and saying this shit right before your movie comes out doesn't make me want to go and see it. It really doesn't. At the end of the day, your character literally is the embodiment of patriotism. And you are here shitting on a president that is patriotic. Like, talk about people picking roles that are the polar opposite to them. But anyway. If he's still on that Trump train, I might have to cut ties. It's really tough. That's Trump derangement syndrome. It really, really is. Finally, Evans reveals that the THR interview that he's been learning about his privileges as a straight white male. Oh my God, more white guilt. Evans has a platform... I'm not even going to read that shit, to be honest. In 2017, Evans admitted that Trump presidency made him feel rage and fury. Like the Hulk. Hulk, good. Orange Man, bad. It's unbelievable. People were so desperate to hear someone say that someone is to blame, he said. For all those stars woke posturing, he isn't afraid to engage in a little homophobia to target his political rivals. In January, he happily slandered Senator Lindsey Graham by insinuating he was being blackmailed, following the lead of another Hollywood star and media figures who mocked Graham over rumours that he is a closeted gay man. So it's okay to go through and to villainize people that are allegedly homosexual, which is, I don't think Lindsey Graham is, but regardless, as long as he's on the wrong side of politics, right? As long as he's on the opposite side of politics to you, you can go through and you can racially profile someone, you can call them all sorts of homophobic names, you can discriminate them against, as long as they're on the Trump side, that is fine, right? Is that right, Mr. Captain America, Mr. Patriot, you know, your character, the embodiment of patriotism, yet you won't stand with your president. Isn't that ironic, isn't it? But anyway. Trump is the real Captain America. It's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know if he's the real Captain America, but he definitely embodies patriotism, that's for sure. Was one of those options, oh, I don't know, getting a job. Yeah, pretty much. Trump has done more for his voters in the first year than Obama did in 8. That's true, McGruff. And at the end of the day, look, I don't think he's going to get much of a backlash against this. Look, The people that want to go and see Captain America are still going to go and see it. People aren't going to not go and see the movie because at the end of the day, it's Endgame, right? It's the most hyped movie for 2019. So he's still going to get his movie. He's still going to get people to turn up and to watch it. But at the end of the day, yeah, he's not going to be affected by the Democrats over in Hollywood either, because at the end of the day, they're all anti-Trump. So he's not going to lose his job. The executives are going to be on his side. His acting buddies are mostly going to be on his side. And the Trump supporters are still going to go and see Endgame because it's a good movie. But like I say, it's kind of ironic that you go through, you're playing a character that's patriotic when you won't even support your president. So, yeah, the irony on that one. Well, I don't know, guys. Apart from that, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Growing up with skinheads. Oh my god, really? This had to be a thing? Editor's note. The opinions in this article are the authors are published by our content partner do not necessarily represent the views of MSN or Microsoft. Oh, isn't that interesting? You have to put a disclosure or an editor's note on the front of the article. The Christchurch, look, obviously they're going to go through and write that. Obviously I'm not going to put much stock in this article, right? But this is what they're claiming anyway. The Christchurch terror attack brought white supremacists to national attention, but has an epidemic parts of New Zealand for decades. Newswire writer Stephen Dane recalls growing up in an area where skinheads were common and watching his soulmates swell their ranks. In hindsight, I'd probably offer a different response. If I had the chance over, I'll try and curb the habit of a lifetime of always saying what I think. Skinheads are alright, yeah? 4 words, 1 or 3 word or a grant that doesn't take a lot of processing. They're F&D, if you ask me. The 16-year-old soft responded to the long-haired dude in the back. Look, obviously, look, this is a heavily opinion piece, and even when you have to put an editor's note at the front of it, I think that kind of debunks this whole argument, this whole article in itself. So yeah, not real. Yeah, funny article though. Funny, yeah, funny you mentioned that and bring that up, Gruff. But yeah, but I don't know, guys. Do you want me to go through this? Because like I say, this editor's note basically tells you everything you need to say about it. Like, I don't know. Do we want to give it any attention? Let me know in the comment section. Before, while you were responding to that, let's go through, read out these comments so I can go to bed. Howdy AOC Roasted, cannot wait. No, should be more smooth, guys. That's me saying I just lowered the bitrate, it was too high. The feed is completely stopping. Yeah, I know, trip. After the show, check the Discord link. Senator Lee's speech on the Green Deal. Okay, I'll check it out. Live is good, working fine. Stream is cutting out. I'm back. Wow, this is the worst I've ever seen the internet. Maybe pre-record this one. Yeah, I have recorded it. I will upload it. Humiliating defeat, snatched from the jaws of glorious victor. Talking about May there. PSI says Rumsden has voters at 49%. Yeah, I would say that the pool is skewed. Talking about the CNN pool. McGrath, New Zealand media has lost its mind, saying there are fears of attacks of skinheads. KY equals Kentucky. The country has lost all its mind. New Zealand Chief Censor David Sarens bans the manifesto while the government implements it. Sorry. KY is Connecticut. It's also sexually lubricated. His mother is white. Oh my god, do not elect any Muslims, says Trip in the chat. Your wife was saying something about you becoming a Republican? Has she not talked to you lately, man? I think you're more right than me. McGruff, a great role model, should get a Grammy for saving them from STDs. Yeah, it's funny how she's a prostitute or a stripper before she went into the movie industry, wasn't it? You make that white guy be the monster in the movie he will make. Trump is the real Captain America. Was one of those options, I don't know, not getting a job. Trump has done more for the voters in the first year than Obama ever did in 8 years. I don't know. It's viral. Is it? Is this article really viral? Oh, it's I don't know if it's virtual. I don't know. It's virtual. Are you talking about Captain Marvel there? You're talking about, for example, being available on like torrent sites and stuff. He's trying to one up Brie Larson's movie before he comes out. Yeah. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, guys, obviously it's Captain Marvel and stuff like that. Look, I'm not going to go and see it. I didn't see the last one when it came out to the movie cinemas. So, yeah, I'm not real interested in going and seeing this one. Look, obviously, if I have some chick that wants to go and see it, then I'll go and see it with her. You know, I'm not going to go talking about that sort of shit when it comes to, like, you know, like dates and stuff, but I'm not deliberately rushing out to going out and seeing it just because it's Captain Marvel. I'm sort of over all this sort of political bullshit. I just want them to make fucking movies, to be honest. Is that so hard to do? Is it so hard to do is just go and make frigging movies? But anyway. Apart from that, guys, obviously, thank you everybody who has come and has put up the internet. I don't know what I'm going to do about it, guys. I really don't. I've got 2 months left, so yeah, see what happens, I suppose. But yeah, guys, apart from that, obviously, we'll be back tomorrow with a full show. It won't be just over an hour. It'll be longer. I'm just trying to keep the show short today because obviously I do have to go to work. I have work early this afternoon, so I have to get to bed, which is why I can't pronounce words either. But apart from that, guys, obviously, thanks everybody who has shown up. It seems to be a bit more stable now. Is that right? Is it more stable? Haven't seen it drop out yet. So, lately. So, it seems to be more stable. But apart from that, guys, obviously, thanks everybody who showed up. Thanks everybody who has put up the internet. Thanks everybody who sat through the whole show. And guys, obviously leave a comment in the comment section below. Let us know what your thoughts are on any of the topics that we covered tonight. And obviously we'll have a discussion about it. Apart from that, guys, obviously we will see you tomorrow. Have a great night. Enjoy, guys. Yep, no worries, McGruff. Thanks, guys. Catch you later. Bye.